record. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Okay, y'all, we are rip roaring ready. I'm so excited to come on tonight and chat with y'all because we are chatting about everything conference tonight, which is so exciting. I know some of y'all have never been to conference. I think the only person on here, let's see, there's two of you on here that has been to conference, two of you have been to conference. I'm trying to be grammatically correct here. Two of y'all who have been to conference before, Pam King and Aaron Burnett, y'all have been before. So that's exciting. They know the ins and outs of conference, which is huge. And I'm telling you, it's not anything like you've ever seen before. I refer to it sometimes as almost like a New Kids on the Block concert, where it's super exciting. There's a bunch of hormonal females. We're all crying about something at some sort, exciting news or something like that. And then like something comes out on stage and we're like, we lose our ever loving minds. So it's, I akin it to like a New Kids on the Block concert, or, if you prefer Backstreet Boys or whoever. So it's similar to that. It's just better because it's all about Pampered Chef, and it's all about sisterhood and brotherhood. We've got some brothers that go, and it's just all about being together, learning as much as we can, focusing on our businesses. So the first thing I do want to do tonight, y'all, is applaud you for coming. You have made the first step, which is actually registering for conference, which is huge. So I'm super excited that all of you have registered. You're coming. It's going to be great. I know some of you are probably a little nervous. Some of y'all haven't traveled before, or you haven't traveled in a long time. You're just not sure what to do or what to expect. All right, so let me check my notes. All right, so what we're going to do really quickly. Hello, Kim. I see you in your sweet face. What we're going to do really quickly is we are going to go through just a few little tips and tricks and things to remember about conference, okay? So let me look at my notes here. All right, the first thing is travel info. So some of you, if you're traveling local with me, we are going to be carpooling to Charlotte Airport in 2 vehicles. Some of you will be with me. Some of you, I believe, Daniela, if you're still good with that. Yep, she's good. So we're going to have 2 vehicles, one with me, one with Daniela. We're going to be leaving from my house at a particular time. And Daniela, since you live in Lake Carolina, what we'll do is we'll come up Clemson Road, meet you at that McDonald's, and drive on together and carpool that way. So that will be huge. Actually, no, you will have to come to my house because folks are going to need to hop in the car with you. So there we go. Okay. Mission solved right there. Done. So for those of you who are flying from different areas, just make sure that you have some cell phone numbers and stuff of other people like myself, Aaron, or Kim Gore, because I know she's coming from a different direction. So make sure that y'all have some cell phone numbers that you can share with each other. So maybe message each other and things on the conference page that we have set up. And make sure that each of you can share some numbers so that you can keep in touch. Just in case, heaven forbid, anything happens and one of you needs somebody. All right. What to pack and what not to pack. Okay. So what to pack and what not to pack is always a big thing. I would say go minimal. And here is why. I tend to overpack. I don't know if you're like me, but I tend to overpack. And I know Erin Burnett is doing this because she knows we all overpack for things, okay? This is not the time to overpack. This is the time to dress comfortably, but nice. And I'll go over that in just a minute. Make sure that you I always say, don't try to cram everything into a carry-on, simply because for conference, you get stuff. They're going to send you home with stuff. And so you might want to save your back, save your shoulders, or whatever. And you might want to take a checked bag. And checked bag means if you haven't traveled before or it's been a long time, a checked bag is a bigger suitcase that you actually give to the security people and they check it for you and it meets you in Chicago. Okay. So I would recommend that, just because then you're not stressed over, do I have enough room? Some of y'all are great at traveling with just a check bag. I get it. However, I know Erin is. She's like the queen of a check bag. If you do not want to have to ship anything home, if you want to just put stuff in your bag and not have to worry about it, then check a bag. Okay, that's my tip on that. What not to pack. Don't pack a whole ton of clothes because you're not going to need them. You're just going to need like one outfit a day, because you're going to be in it from the time we get up until the time we go to bed, and then you're going to need your jammies. Pretty much, okay? If you are a director, you are going to need your director party outfit, and we'll talk separately about that because there is a super duper special director party where we get to dress up as, the theme is called Lights, Camera, Action. And so we can dress up as a movie star or a famous person, whatever. Okay. So yeah, we'll talk about that later, directors. Okay. So dress, what you should wear, what you should not wear to conference. I don't usually say there's a lot that you should not wear, but I will say, I would not wear shorts. It's business casual. So that means like capris, crop pants, or long pants, dresses, skirts, like casual dresses and skirts, nothing fancy. No sequins and diamonds. You don't need all that stuff. Just a nice blouse, something casual but comfortable. Make sure that if you're wearing leggings, your lady business is covered. That's all I'm going to say. Yes, Erin, I said it. I said it. We're all friends. We can say, cover your lady business. Cover your lady parts, y'all. Please cover it up. Because there will be some that won't. Yay, tip number 1. Yay. Okay, that's enough of that. All right, so money. You will need, so if you're staying at the Hyatt has a like little Starbucks cafe downstairs where we go out, like in the lobby area. They have bagels. They have like oatmeal, yogurt parfaits. They have fruit. They have coffee, that kind of little stuff. They don't have like a full breakfast. If you need something other than that, I would say, bring it with you or whatever, because there's not like a McDonald's or anything nearby, no Denny's, no IHOP, nothing like that. And we're not going to have time for a whole heck of a lot anyway. We're going to be getting up, getting ready, getting out the door, and getting a quick bite and moving on, right? So just something that you can grab and go. And that little Starbucks area is a grab and go. It's fantastic. It's very, very yummy. It's affordable. So bring some cash for that. Your lunch, last year, they had a phenomenal, in the conference center is huge, okay? They had a phenomenal setup for us last year that was different than years prior. They had almost like a food court set up for us where they hadn't done that before. And you can walk in and you can get a sandwich if you want to. You can get something cold. You get something hot. If you wanted a full-on meal, like some fried chicken and whatever, you could get that. I would say budget $10 to $15 for the lunch, just on the high side. Okay. Wouldn't you say, Erin, wasn't it last year about 10 to 15-ish?
Yeah, I would say like it depends on how cheap you want to go, but I would say salads for like $5.95 or something. One thing you do need to prepare for is the skyrocketing tax in Chicago. So you'll see there's a 10 and a quarter or something percent sales tax. And then they do have food tax, which in Massachusetts, we have 0% food tax when we buy food. So we're not used to that. So the meal tax, the sales tax, those will jump it a little bit, but $10 is fair.
Yeah.
Bring your own water bottle to refill. Then you don't have to worry about the drink.
Bingo. So that will kind of go back up to what to pack. I would highly recommend bringing like a thermos, a water bottle, a insulated cup or something, because all around the conference center, they're going to have water everywhere that you can just walk by and fill it up, fill it up, fill it up, fill it up. Okay. So I would recommend bringing your own cup or mug and filling it up throughout the day. Okay. We will get our water intake. That's for doggone sure. And then for supper, so we'll just move right into the schedule here. For supper on Wednesday night, when we get there on Wednesday, there's a little bit of training, from 6 to 8 that we will be doing, in a huge room with our entire big organization. Tons and tons of people. And then after that at 8:30, we will be meeting with the Gantt team. It's kind of like our little, our routine tradition. That's it. That's what I was trying to think. Our little tradition is to go eat Mexican food together. And we're going to go to a place called Maria's. I'm going to make reservations for that for us. Yeah, girl, Maria's. Cha-cha-cha. So we're going to go to Maria's at 8:30. So we'll be having a late supper that night. And they are on Central Time. So that means for you Eastern girls, that's going to be 9:30. So my recommendation to you is to bring some snacks with you that you want to eat throughout the day. Because when we get there on Wednesday, we will have lunch and then tootle around. I do have a training to go to, not a training, but a little meeting to go to that afternoon, and then bring like little snack bars or nuts or something to kind of keep you full until we have our late supper. And then let's see, on Thursday, we will be having a very special pizza and PJs party in our room. Yay, it's going to be exciting, where we'll be having the Chicago deep dish pizza. So Kim Gantt and I will be hosting that for y'all. It's going to be amazing. We will be having some really yummy pizza. If you have any allergies or something, please let me know so that I know not to get, you know, something that any of y'all would be highly allergic to. Don't want to do that. So we'll be having like pizza and salad, and that is going to be $10 a person. So make sure that you kind of set that aside. Okay. And then on Friday, the directors will be going to the director party, but before that, we all wanted to have supper together there in the hotel at the Hyatt. And we'll be letting you know what time to expect, like all of this stuff. So the director party, so we'll be doing the dinner before that at the hotel. They have a really, really nice buffet. Super, super good. And if I remember correctly, it's either 13 or 15, 13, 15, something like that for that buffet. Do you remember, Erin?
I don't remember because I only ate it for breakfast, so I can't recall what dinner buffet was.
I can't either. I want to say it might be 13, 15.
Oh, Sue just said 15.
15?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Thank you, Sue. So 15 for that. Okay. So, okay. That goes over that. So the schedule, make sure that you go to Consultants Corner. Click on News and Events, and then Training Events, and then click on where it says NC19, National Conference 2019. Click on Register Now. Even though you've already registered, click on Register Now, and it's going to take you to another main page. You click on More Info, and up is going to pop the main conference page. And on that page, you're going to look at the agenda. You can see what's coming, what's going to be happening at what time, so you'll know kind of sort of what to wear and prepare for, especially if you're walking stage or something. Yeah, Susan?
Since I can't register online,
Yeah.
how is there like a PDF or something that somebody can send me?
Yeah, we'll make sure you get it.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
You're so welcome. So yeah, we'll make sure you get that. And then also, y'all, in that same place, you can also print out what trainings are going to be going on, the breakout sessions that they call them. Those are the little individual classes. I will give you this tip. If you're wanting to promote, if you're wanting to build a team or continue to build a team or anything like that, I would highly recommend any and all of the team building recruiting classes. Or if you've never recruited before and you're like, I just don't know. I don't know what to do and where to begin, really. I would highly recommend those classes. Those are fantastic because they take the best of the best from the field. That's all of you consultants. They take the best of the best to teach these classes. So I would recommend that. And there's classes on everything you want to know about. If you want to know about products, if you want to know about how to sell them, how to beef up your show average, they're going to show all of that. So highly recommend that. Okay. Now, when it comes to our rooms, we have a few room leaders. I know we've got Pam King. And no, Daniela, you don't have to sign up for classes. Those are come as you are, first come, first serve kind of thing. Just kind of print off the sheet, kind of figure out where you want to go at what time and make your plan according to that. It'd be very, very good question. So as far as the rooms go, so Pam King, I know you're a room leader. Dana, you've got your room covered. Catalina, you're a room leader. So if y'all are in any of these rooms, Erin, you're a room leader, I believe. Yep. So ish. Yeah.
Yeah. Michelle reserved it for us. She was kind enough, but yeah,
Thank you, Michelle.
I'm helping with that. Yes.
You're helping with that. Good. All right. So make sure that you are checking with your room leaders on if you owe them any money for the deposits. And then once you get to conference and you get to the hotel, they can, if for some reason your name is not on the reservation or whatever, make sure at the check-in desk that you have them add your name to the reservation so that when you get the receipt, you can file that with your taxes because it needs to have your name on the receipt. There's a little tax tip for you, okay? Okay, travel info, what to pack, what not to pack, money, the schedule, room.
Christina, can I just add one thing?
Please do.
All right. So back to when you were talking about classes and going into training events on the Paper Chef website and Consultants Corner, there's also a training events app you can download to your phone. People get a little obsessed with the app and they send pictures and stuff like that. I don't suggest spending the entire time at conference worrying about points and all that stuff for being on the app. I suggest networking with real people and not computer screens. But it does help. It really does help you figure out what classes are offered and in what classroom. So if you're trying to figure out like, okay, this classroom was full, what else is happening at this time? Keep in mind, they do offer the same cluster of classes repeatedly, just maybe not the same teacher. So you might have the same type of thing. So if you miss out on a class, you're not going to miss good material. Move on, pick another class. Don't not go to a class just because that room is full. And plenty of the instructors that teach these classes do expect a few late arrivers because they know other classrooms have filled up. So don't be embarrassed to walk in a couple of minutes late. Just have your notebook open and your pen handy and get ready to go. Another thing with classrooms, if you want to save yourself the writing and you just want to take side notes, take photos of the slides they show. Don't write down the information that's on the slides and the PowerPoints they use. That will save you a ton of time. So if something's super helpful that you see on the screen, just take pictures of it on your phone and any additional notes you want to make. You can do that on your notebook.
Very, very, very good tip. I tell you what, I do the same thing. Turn that off. I do the same thing. I'm sitting there and everybody does it. some smart person finally figured out the key to these classes. Snapshot, 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 snapshot. Oh my gosh. The app, I believe, Daniela, should be, isn't it Consultant Events, Erin?
I think it's PC Events. It's the only one that has the black and white logo. The other one is a blue logo. So when you go
Right.
into the apps to download from the App Store on your phone, it should be like the PC Events app. There's only one.
Yeah, I agree. And one tip I will give you too, y'all, about the training classes. If you find yourself alone, you're by yourself, and you want to go to this training class, go in, find an empty seat wherever, by whoever, as long as they smell clean, and you go in and you sit down and you make a new friend. Notice I said they smell clean. So if they don't smell nice, then you get up and you find another one. Right. Make new friends, because I tell you what, I actually met Erin, and I'm pointing down at her like you can see, you know what I mean? Sorry. I feel like we're the Brady Bunch here. I actually met Erin at conference many, many, many moons ago. Okay. That's how I know Erin. That's how we met. And I have our very first picture together somewhere. It was the coolest thing. You had just shared your story with us at the table, at the lunch table. We were all sitting there, and Sandy's like, Erin, would you please share your story with the table? And we're all bawling, whatever. And I have a picture with you. I'm like, can I get a picture with you? Because you were like so cool and so pretty and tall. And I'm like, oh. So yeah, that's when I first met Erin. So I say that to say, make new friends. Branch out, talk to someone, because everybody is there for the same reason, and you all have that in common. So I want you to come home with a whole ton of new friends by the end of this.
Can I add to that for a quick sec? If there is someone, or I shouldn't say that, if there is something in your business that's a roadblock for you that you've been struggling with, or something you want to master, look for your name tags out there. If you see someone is a top recruiter, an elite seller, they're a fast track director, something like that, you stop that person and say, can you tell me what your number one recruiting tip is?
Yeah.
And write that down. That's a quick way to get to know somebody, because Christina's going to show you what her long ribbon looks like. That petite chick has to sling that thing over her shoulder before she can go to the bathroom. But
yeah, if it don't cover your crotch, the goal in life is to get the ribbons as long as they cover your crotch. That's the goal. But seriously, like what she's saying, find someone that says, like, if they have achieved the trip already, find the ribbon that says that they've achieved the trip. Ask them, like she's saying, if they've earned excellence award, ask them what their tip is for earning that, or elite seller. Ask them what that's all about. Ask people, because number one, you're going to make friends. And number two, you're going to learn from people with different ideas from all over the country. So worth it. All right, Erin, share some more advice.
More advice? I would say make sure that when you're taking your classes, that you're taking classes in things you are not strong in.
Ooh.
If you are already strong in recruiting, you need to be increasing your show average. You need to be getting better with virtual parties. You need to be getting down with stuff you are not good at. The stuff you're strong at, it's kind of going to be silly to go all the way to Rosemont, Illinois to get training in something you're pretty good at. You can ask other people for tips in that category that you're strong in, just to get some new, fresh ideas. Mm-hmm. But I would say definitely where you feel as though your business is not where you want it to be, that's the classes you should be taking. And if you're not sure what those classes are, the person who welcomed you to the business can help you ahead of time target those areas. There are classes on things like time management and stuff too, right? Like basic stuff. I haven't looked at the classes yet for this year, but they are unbelievable. Another tip is if you do not, I just lost my train of thought. If you do not have questions that you think you should ask people, ask Christina or myself something you could ask other people. This is the venue for that. And you'll be down in the Logo Gear store. You'll be down in the Tech Cafe. You'll be down opening surprise boxes, and you'll just see someone walk by. You want to be prepared with like a good handful of questions. And this is the platform. We're all crazy about spatulas. So this is, we all get crazy I told Susan, I said, this is the first time in your life you're going to go to a big old building and you'll see people crying about a new spatula. It's just the way that it is.
Yes.
But we love us some Pampered Chef. But no, seriously, if you're prepared with a good handful of questions that you want to ask, maybe one in each category: booking, recruiting, time management, show average improvement, maybe virtual parties or tech stuff, that's good. And also that tech cafe. I'm not calling people out directly, but you know who you are. If you feel as though your technology isn't up to speed, this is the greatest place for patience and step-by-step instructions from the elite, award-winning technology team we have. Use that opportunity. Just like
absolutely. And they will not make you feel silly at all. They will be like, here is how you do it. You click this and you click that and done. Telling you, it is going to be amazing. And I'm glad that you brought up the prize boxes, because I do want to caution y'all, and I know Erin's going to agree with me on this. And you heard my accent get real thick right there. Now, when I'm getting serious, it gets thick, all right? What I'm going to say is, I caution y'all on these prize boxes. You're going to feel like you're on the episode of The Price is Right. Come on down. You're the next one on The Price is Right. I'm telling you, you're going to feel that way when you see them, and you're going to see all these fools running around in there with 18 prize boxes on a gurney. And it's just not.
Well, nobody's bringing an ambulance. There's no gurneys, but there are dollies.
There's dollies too. You're going to have to roll me out on a gurney if I see some of y'all with 18 prize boxes. I'm going to be like, no.
Yes.
My tip is, if you want a prize box, get one. It's okay. And you can ship it home. That's fine. But don't waste your time and money on a lot of boxes that you're going to have to find places for. These boxes are great for someone who has a team, a growing team, and they want to offer prizes or incentives, or you're getting ready to have like a big hostess appreciation event and you need some prizes for that, or you're looking to up your bookings and you need a special prize to entice people to book with you, to put them over the edge. You know what I mean? That's what those things are really designed for. So there's my cautionary tale. That's all I got to say about that. All right. Erin, do you have anything else that you want to add?
I raised my hand super early on, but I think that the little icon might not have popped up for you. I wanted to let everyone know that in the comments of the chat in this, if you don't know how to access it, I did share my cell phone number. So if you are on this call right now and you can see the chat, I put it to everyone. My cell phone number is there. Just make sure if you're going to use it at conference that you text me before conference so that I can store you in my phone and I don't ignore you like you're a robocaller. Oh, I'm frozen on Zoom. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
Oh, we can. You can hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I just want to make sure, because my phone froze for a hot second there. So I will store everybody that wants my phone number in my phone, so I won't just swipe you to my voicemail or not watch your text message. So I think that's. Oh, I had a tip. Did you hear me there?
Yeah.
Okay. So another tip I had really quick that I forgot to say when I was talking is to prepare your business to be absent from your business. If you have an email, put an out of office on your email. If you have customers with outstanding orders or parties that have not closed, they need to know you're going to be out of the office. You will return back to business at X date, or if you want to go ahead and make yourself available, once or twice while you're there, be very specific, central time, what those times are if you want to make yourself available. So do a little prep work in the next 2 weeks so that you're not missing out on all the special things that Christina talked about, because you've got to call hosts and close parties and all that kind of stuff. Also, if you have a team, designate a non-conference attendee as the team helper, for when questions arise and folks get lost while you're gone. It is not your responsibility. I told this to Susan. It is not your responsibility to lead people to the answer. It is your responsibility to help them find the resource. So if they can't find the guest special, or they can't find, their brain. It's not your job to just tell them where it is. You just got to lead them to the correct resource. So that you need to have a resource helper while you're gone, because you'll go crazy if you're trying to field your team calls, your team questions, your hosts calls. No, you're one person. You're there to learn and step away from the business for a hot second so that you can get some information to help you grow.
I agree 100%, because then you're also coming off as the business owner, looks so professional that way. Okay, so any questions whatsoever before we say good night? Any burning questions anybody has? Everybody's good?
Hey, Christina, you may have answered this because you froze a little bit on me earlier. Is there a refrigerator in the hotel rooms or microwaves or anything like that?
Yeah, Erin, I believe, well, let's see. Yeah, you've been at the Hyatt before. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I'm about 99% sure there's a little mini fridge in the room at the Hyatt.
It's like under the TV. You just got to pull the cabinet open. It looks like it's a dresser. You just open up the cabinet and it's right there.
Perfect. Yes. Good question. All right. Anybody else? Everybody good?
I had a question.
Yes, ma'am.
So you said we do want to bring in a dolly and get lots of boxes. Was that right?
I'm going to whoop you.
Nah.
And then I'm going to be the one on the gurney.
That's Kim Gore asking that question.
Because she's nuts. And
I am nuts.
she's trying to get my goat. Mm-hmm. Yes, child. Yes.
So I need to message Pam King to find out who all's in my room and how many earplugs I need to buy. Is that right?
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
I'm going to get a little goodie bag for all the people in my room because they're going to need it.
Oh my gosh. You crack me up, girl. You crack me up.
Can I just add to that, Christina?
Yeah.
You need to make sure that every room leader has poo-pourri.
Yes. I bring my own. I do. And
I have my own too, and I have my own travel sizes. It gets through TSA. I'm just saying, if you don't have the poo-pourri when it's time to make magic happen, you're going to be a little self-conscious.
Yes, and while we're on the subject of making magic, girls, I'm just going to be transparent. That's what we call it. When you travel, sometimes things don't work properly and run through properly. Yes, Catalina, Carlette, there is a hairdryer. But sometimes things don't run through properly through your system because you're traveling, right? Don't be ashamed. You just tell your friends, got to make some magic. I'll be back, right? And you just, and it's okay, girls. I'm telling you, it is okay, because none of us want to get down to Friday evening and we're looking at each other. We got this look and you're like, you haven't made magic yet, have you? I'm serious, y'all. My first few conferences, I was scared to make magic. Don't be afraid. Magic has to happen for you to enjoy yourself.
In fact, we might do a little dance. You might see us dancing. That means, yep, we made it happen. Oh, we made it happen. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, we dance. It's worth celebrating because it takes a day or two for us to adjust. So
yes. Come Thursday evening, we're like, yes.
Thank you, Jesus. I went and made magic happen. Oh, chia pudding. That's one of the tricks.
Chia pudding. I like chia pudding. I do. I'm all about it. All right, girls. Anything else? Everybody good?
So I do have a quick question. I did try and go on the conference website, but I'm not seeing the list of classes. And I also downloaded the app, but it's just talking about summer activities, not the conference.
Okay. So
That'll be up later.
Yeah, that one will be up later on the app. But
Okay.
for the agenda on the conference page, did you click more info?
So when I go to the registration, all it says is view confirmation.
Okay. So you
Maybe I'm
clicked on register now.
I clicked on register.
Okay. And then click on more info where it shows the pricing. click on more info to the right.
Learn more.
That's
Okay. Okay. All right. So sorry.
No, that's okay.
Thank you.
Totally fine. Good question. All right, everybody else good? All right, y'all. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. No question is silly. For those of you who are local to me, I will be sending out some info on what time we're going to be leaving and all that kind of stuff based on our flight. Good news is our flight is not super early, which is fantastic, but it's early enough that we're going to need to leave the house by an early time. So, all right. And I will tell you this, some of the folks that have traveled with me before know me well. I'm very anal retentive about leaving on time. My vehicle does leave at the time I say we're going to leave. Just saying. Okay. So if you're like 15 minutes late and you didn't tell us that you were coming late or anything like that, you might have to end up driving to Charlotte by yourself. Oops. Just saying. I love y'all. Okay. All right. That's all I want to say. All right. So I'm going to stop.